आज ना बूंद में जान नहीं है. But ladies and gentlemen, Activision just escaped. They made monies. We're talking millions and millions of dollars. Once again, we're talking money. And we also have Battlefield in the news. EA is hyping up their live stream. We got Battlefield Hub Leaks, Dead Space. The Queens are back. Did I tell you the Queens are back on Twitch? Shout out to every single one of you for 1,200 likes on the last video. And if a Giga Chad like you is new here, I cover all the big gaming news. So hit the subscribe bell. Now, talking of money, ladies and gentlemen, we have Bobby Kotick in the news. So hide your kids. It's very important to do. Activision CEO Bobby Kotick made $155 million pay package. Got approved by 54% of the shareholders. These are the same shareholders who said that Bobby's pay is actually way too high. He should not be paid that much. And now we're hearing that the same shareholders are like, hey man, Bobby deserved to be paid $155 million. There's no way they would have approved that unless they saw money coming in the mails. They got free BJs. They probably got to see Bobs and Veganas. Like, there is just no way. We just needed 5 extra percent, my guy. If it was like 49% and 51%, Bobby wouldn't made that money. But hey man, listen, make that dough, make that bread. Obviously you work hard on that skill-based matchmaking and the loot boxes in the past, right? I mean, who care about those 1,000 layoffs? I mean, let's make it 2,000, let's make it 10,000. Like, who care about those peasants, right? It's all about Bobby making money. That's all what it comes down to. But ladies and gentlemen, it is definitely sad, you know. I can show you guys the streets. People are kind of wilding out, people making memes. Yet another reason to only buy Activision titles used. At least 46% of the shareholders were like, what? No. And man, listen here, they probably saw this man's tweet. This heat made me realize I won't survive in hell. I gotta change. Now, ladies and gentlemen, people go through their entire life not realizing this, and the fact that this man realized that, that's massive. Okay, so smash the like button for the homies out here. On the other hand, Marvel Avengers back in the news. Shout out to the homie for adding me in the situation. They say that please refrain from streaming for now. If you're experiencing this issue, we will update when the issue has been resolved. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you might be looking at this image and you'll be like, yo, Skizzle, this is probably making me feel like in heaven. But again, though, I like to point out this tweet, like, you gotta change, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta change, okay? But you must have been looking at the cakes out here. You'll be like, this is a beautiful view. Skizzle, you probably got hit by a stun grenade. I don't even understand what you're talking about, but look at the bottom, stud muffins. It says that Johnny Sins, or I should say Johnny Quest. Now, if you're still mesmerized by those cakes out there, this is an IP address we're talking about. Imagine little Timmy is playing the game and he forgets to pay attention at the bottom. I mean, he's paying attention at the bottom, like that, but he forgets to pay attention at the bottom. He's gonna get cucked, ladies and gentlemen. This game is more fun to hear about than to play. Making games is harder to go to space. Give them a break. Also in the news, Gotham Knights devs seemingly starting work on a brand new AAA game, and we have a full-blown report out here. This is coming from the senior designer. I believe he got caught with his pants down liking bunch of tweets out here. We also have a job listing, and the homie Okami came out and he says that rumor is that WB Games Montreal, yo, je suis à Montréal aussi, 5 enquêtes. The rumor says that WB Games could be working on a new Superman game after Gotham Knights, bro. That's it, let's get it, dog. Man of Steel is one of the best movies out there. I don't care what anybody says, it is one of the best movies out there. I'm a huge fan of Superman. I want to see that happen, and I know that we're in 2021, so yes, I'm being brave out here by sharing my opinion. So smash the like button for me to be brave, but I would really love to see a Superman game. Okami also came out with the receipts out here. The director's liking Superman tweets, and I really hope this is real, man. I really want to see this game on God. Speaking of Silent Hill 2077, throw all your hope out of the window. Do not let your dogs out, man, because Blue Box Game Studio, they came out once again. They also shared Hassan, he's like the dev, and basically people were kind of like you know, putting his name over on Google. They were translating, and the translation came off as like Hideo. Hassan Karaman, and Karaman meant like hero, and hero meant like Hideo. So people were actually, we had a lot of scientists on this case. You gotta understand that we had a lot of scientists on this case. Hassan came out and they're also saying that we wanted to answer the rumors one last time. We are a small indie studio. They also did apologize, and they have said multiple times that they're not working on Silent Hill. But people I know are scientists, they just do not want to believe this, and I don't blame anybody, man. But you know what, when you see stuff like that, Konami has announced new Silent Hill skateboard. You know, इन्हें बड़ी चुल साले कुत्ते पैंदे लोड़े. You know, there's a saying in Urdu Hindi, right? Like, बच्चा खड़ा ना हो, बच्चे का खड़ा होना चाहिए. बूंद में जान होना हो, बूंद का इस्तेमाल होना चाहिए. That's exactly what they're doing. They're selling merchandise after merchandise. Silent Hill limited series skateboarder, pre-order starts June 23rd, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and they confirm even more Silent Hill merch. That's crazy. So they're just fully utilizing the marketing. They finally realized that this is probably our one last shot. Okay, if you want to sell merch, if you want to make Benjis, it's now or never. Also, Blue Box confirmed that the Abandoned Trailers app got delayed for 3 more days due to localization issues. They had to delay it. Apologies for this. They will be launching their app and possibly the reveal on Friday the 25th. We'll see what happens. It is not Silent Hill, okay? Also in the news, this is something we talked about in the last video at the #1 spot, but now we having even more rumors coming out. Okay, so this is something we talked about. I said that it's a rumor. It's still a rumor, but now it is getting a little bit more validity. EA's IP revival is reportedly a Dead Space reimagining, so they're gonna be restarting Dead Space, and let's hope it turns out to be good. And that's all there is to it. And you want to know what? This is probably the wildest story out there, and I hate to be that guy who tells you I told you so, but I told you so. In the last video I said that the queens will be back by Monday, and there's a saying, be careful what you wish for. And guess what, motherfuckers? Amouranth and Indiefoxx, they are back, and they had the audacity to say unbanned new meta, and Amouranth was showing mommy milkers. We also have the homies calling the popo out here. This situation is wild. Okay, I also tuned into the stream just to get the math classes, and man, there was a lot of formulas being shared out there. The queens are back, ladies and gentlemen. And Twitch, I mean, we all saw that coming. This is like what, like their millionth ban, but they always come back. Speaking of Battlefield, we have Tom Henderson back in the news. He made a video. I'm gonna go through everything he shared, like tick, 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 tick. He said this, that he spoke with his sources, and his sources, some of the sources said they do not know what Battlefield Hub is gonna have, and some of the sources said that they know what it's gonna have, but they're not gonna share. That's basically like the catch-22. But somebody, an anonymous source, reached out to him. They emailed him. This is what they told Tom. The Battlefield Hub has been in development for a year plus, so it has to be something decent. Battlefield Hub will be an ultimate sandbox experience, and it will be a fun mode. Let's hope that's actually true. It will not be a competitive mode. Things won't be balanced heavily. It will just be a fun mode. You will be, for example, you will be able to take out Battlefield 3 tanks with Battlefield 1 tanks per se. Gonna be poggers if true, but Battlefield Hub will also contain remaster of old maps from old Battlefield games, and it's not gonna be how it was leaked out to be a couple of months ago. Instead, it will be running on the Battlefield 2042 engine. Movements and other mechanics will be the same, and this kind of makes a lot more sense because previously we did hear that the movements and everything, the mechanic will be from the past Battlefield game, and people were like, yo, that sounds too good to be true. That's gonna be a lot of work. So now this sounds really plausible, but still take it as a rumor. But we will be playing on remaster maps with different weapons and vehicles from the past games. The sad news out here is that specialists will sadly be moving over to Battlefield Hub. The old classes will not return. That means that we're not gonna be seeing the old factions. I gotta keep $150, man. Seeing the old classes, it really hits different, especially Battlefield 3 classes. Smash the like button if you agree. Also in the news, EA came out and they're hyping up their EA Play for July 22nd. They say that it will be having a pre-show as well. It's gonna be starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. You already know I will be live streaming, so hit the subscribe bell. And that's where we're likely gonna see the revival of Dead Space. There are also rumors going around for Skate 4, surely the Battlefield gameplay. I will be live streaming. But check out this video on the screen. Hit the subscribe bell so I can interrupt you every time you're about to score on your crush. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.